Hey there, Interwebians, it's Puddin', and welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. And today, we are doing Ricco Harbor.
The rest of Ricco Harbor.
Well, we'll try. I won't promise that. But we will try to.
We will. After all, I mean, it's not like there's particularly spinny cloud monsters that like to push you around. Especially in this particular one. Oh, how I'm having unfond memories of this.
Oh dear. Well...
By the way, I'm in control now.
Yep, Scott's in control of this one. So,
you're gonna see some very crappy play.
I mean, you couldn't say that I haven't been playing kind of crappily. At least in the last...
Get up there. What?
You glitched through! You glitched through!
I'm a glitch king.
Just
up there.
Why not just take the candy cane?
Because I'm saving time.
Okay, sometimes trying to save time doesn't work. And then you just gotta take it the regular way so that you can get your time efficiency.
But you said if we hurry.
Well, true enough.
Spider.
I hate spiders.
I am, like, seriously arachnophobic in real life.
I mean, so am I. So am I. I hate...
Though, like, I try my hardest to not scream at anything because I don't want to startle people. I screamed once while playing a game, and people came running to me to see if I was alright, just because I went around a corner and a scary monster went boo. And I was not prepared for that.
Oh no. Yeah.
I mean, in the game it was specifically programmed to have the scary monster go boo, because you just go around the corner and poof, there he is! He just zips around the corner, much faster than all the other monsters do, and just has his hammer ready to go whack. And whack he does if you're not ready. And whack he did. Whacky do! No! Get up there! Get up there! Get up there! No!
Hey, grab that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because we haven't gotten to this stage yet.
That'll make things easier.
Well,
especially if I fall.
Yeah, I guess.
Boing.
Boy.
Boing.
Woo.
Get up there.
Up.
Don't. No.
Up.
Cloud monster.
Boing.
Kaboing. And down we go.
Woohoo! No, don't do that.
What? Oh. I didn't even realize. I scared you there, didn't I?
It's like, no! Because I knew that was there. And it's like... Okay, I'm good.
It's all good. No worries.
Wait,
why'd I hand that back to you?
I don't know. Why did you hand it back to me?
I don't know. Back into the harbor.
I mean, you'll hand it back to me if you die.
Exactly. Backwards disintegration style. What are we doing now? The secret. Oh, no, not another secret.
Are you sure you don't want to hand it over to me?
I'm sure.
I'll do it.
I'm sure this one is significantly easier. I'm hoping.
Oh, that's what you think.
Don't get my hopes up. Or don't bring my hopes down. You gotta let me believe. Like, lately I've been playing ROM hacks of Super Mario 64. And I am coming to remember that Super Mario 64... why did I not grab that ledge?
I don't know.
I'm coming to remember that Super Mario 64 is a lot harder than I remember it being the 18 or so years ago that I played it.
It has been quite some time since I played this game.
Get up.
So, I've been watching Versus go through Super Mario 64 online, where they can see each other.
Oh yes,
That's
I've seen that
cool.
mod.
That seems really cool. I would think
And there's all different playable characters: Mario, Luigi, Waluigi,
Wario, Yoshi, even Rosalina.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. They played as Rosalina in one of the episodes.
Have you tried the Mario 64 Chaos Edition?
Chaos Edition? Do I want to know?
It's essentially Mario 64, but with a bunch of... No, don't go over there. It's Mario 64 with a bunch of cheats and kind of edits that happen every 20 seconds while you're playing. With some notable ones as grass has the quality of lava, so you can't walk on grass. Objects randomly become magnetized towards you. That makes things interesting. Sometimes the textures will just become Metal Mario textures. Oh, this one's easy. Occasionally, maybe just fire starts spewing out of the ground, much to everyone's delight.
Just randomly?
Just randomly, oh yeah, every 20 seconds a new random hack or cheat occurs and you have no control over it.
So you could just die instantly.
I mean, yeah, well, you could. Just because of where you're standing. Although one of my favorites is where Mario turns into a sign. Or just his head turns into a sign.
What?
Yep. It's like not all the cheats are significantly game breaking. I did not like this part. Nailed it. Jump. Jump again. And jump again.
Could you imagine like
No.
Super Mario 64 online if they had this online? Or if they had
Failure abound.
or if they had like Galaxy Online.
Ooh, Galaxy Online. Cool.
I think that would be amazing.
An open world Super Mario Galaxy MMO. Where you can customize your own planet in your own galaxy. First try!
Nice.
Just talked my way through it. My heart is like beating in my chest.
Nice. At least we don't have to worry about it now. Oh wait, we still have the secret shine of the secret. The secretception.
You can do that.
Okay, should I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Controller, switch hands.
Whoop whoop. I like how I was like sliding down on the building and he just like he was still in that position when he got pulled out.
Oh yeah. You will freeze frame any position you're in when you dematerialize.
Right. I just found that kind of funny. Oh, I went to the wrong one.
You did.
I wasn't even thinking.
No,
Whoops,
no, might as well do
whoops.
this.
No.
No?
No.
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 Okay.
I want to get that secret shine.
Alright.
I just wasn't thinking. Okay, ouch. Okay, here we go.
Dive right in.
Exactly. Alright. Now we want to go back to the secret of Ricco Harbor and get the secret shine.
When you think about it, the culmination, like, the most Nintendo's done with online capabilities has been with, like, player versus player in, say, Super Smash Brothers or Splatoon. Not so much with cooperative stuff. I mean, Nintendo has always been a shining example when it comes to couch co-op, but never so much really with online co-op. Nintendo themselves. Their games may have been modified for such, but
like what we were talking about earlier.
right. Although I suppose you could count Luigi's Mansion 2.
Oh yeah, the tower.
I never played that, so I know nothing about it.
I
just know it was on the 3DS, which I never owned.
Yeah, I have that and I have 2 3DSs, and you can actually do it with single card.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, I suppose the cooperative part was more a part of their mobile franchise anyway.
Ouch.
Not so much with their console experience. But I'm trying to think.
You know what actually created the multiplayer in Luigi's Mansion 2?
Do tell. A bug?
Oh no!
You slid right on out of there.
I didn't mean to do that. So, you remember the Nintendo Land video game for the Wii U? Did you ever hear about it?
I never had a Wii U, and I don't know much about it, but I do vaguely remember.
It was sort of like...
It was a bunch of mini-games, but with Mii's. It was like a Mario Party for Mii's.
With different... It was sort of like a... It was sort of like a theme park for your Mii, based on the different Nintendo IPs.
Okay.
Like they had a Metroid thing.
I would love a Metroid. Metroid is, without a doubt, my favorite Nintendo IP. Just simply for the fact that it's probably the most... I don't know, like... in terms of content, the most, I guess you would say, quote-unquote, adult in terms of Mario content. Or not Mario, Nintendo content. You got aliens and lasers and evil pirates and whatnot. But, like, nasty-looking pirates with their crab claws and the mandibles.
Alien pirates.
Yes, space pirates. And you got the birds, the Chozo, bird people.
Who created Samus's suit and such.
Like, I'm... Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh
no, okay. Like, okay. I'm one of those people that really gets into the lore of games and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know... I'm big on story for games. I know there are some people who say story is an afterthought, but for me, it's a forethought.
Mm-hmm.
I like games with a great story. That's probably why I like... Or even if the story isn't prominent, there is a story that can be discovered just by playing the game. It's not necessarily told to you, but you discover it yourself.
That's right.
For example, with Metroid, there's the entire lore of the Chozo and the history of how the Chozo built their temples and how they found Samus. I suppose Other M could have explained that, but I never played Other M.
I have that.
I know Other M was intended to be more cinematic than actually gameplay, considering there is just a...
Well, I love the gameplay, too.
Play mode.
I see a lot of people...
The game plays itself.
Well, a lot of people... I mean, I love the gameplay of the game. A lot of people kind of, like, don't like the story just because it kind of makes Samus seem, like...
Feminine?
Well... I'm not so sure if that's the case, but...
just guessing. I don't quite know. I know it does explain some of the things that... Like, some of the questions that were brought up in Metroid... what was the one with the X parasites?
Fusion.
Fusion, yes. I know it explains some of the questions that were brought up in that. Like, who that guy is, who your CO is.
Right.
But yeah, lore. Love lore. Oh yeah, this is where he does his spin move. Castlevania has great and long lore, because there's a lot of games. Generally speaking, the more games, the more lore. Mm-hmm. And some games don't even have lore, even though they have numerous titles. Like Final Fantasy, for example.
True.
Those games do not carry over from title to title.
No, they do not.
Except for the monsters and Sid. Sid is eternal. You have the rocket.
I forgot about that.
Sploot. Yeah, Sid is eternal. Sid is the immortal force behind every Final Fantasy game.
He's the one that ties them all together.
Somehow.
So wait a minute. Sid is in every game?
Sid is in every Final Fantasy.
That's why he was in Final Fantasy 15.
I still haven't played that.
I just thought it was I thought that Final Fantasy 15 continued on from 7 somehow.
Really?
Because of Sid.
Gonna get whacked.
Oh, the one I ripped off wasn't the one I thought I ripped off.
Yeah, Sid is prominent in every Final Fantasy. In 10, he was Riku's dad. And that's about all I know about Sid. 10 is really the only Final Fantasy I played through to completion.
In 15, he has a granddaughter named, why can't I remember her name all of a sudden? It kind of was like Sid, but it was like a feminine, Sydney, I think? Maybe?
Again, no clue.
I think so.
All I know about Final Fantasy 15 is that I really want to play it.
Right. Okay.
Which, I found out, it's actually coming to PC. I'm excited!
Oh, yeah. And
Yay!
I think they'll have a multiplayer thing, too.
Yes, I did hear about that. Although, that'll essentially be like Kingdom Hearts multiplayer. I mean, Final Fantasy 15, there's no doubting it, it plays a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. And I think the Final Fantasy...
Just with better, more equipment options.
I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to kind of play more like that, too.
Really?
I think so.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense. I mean, Final Fantasy VII has the turn-based combat.
Well, yeah, but it's a remake. And I don't know, to be honest.
I thought they were just going to run it through the Unreal Engine and repackage it as Final Fantasy VII.
It's getting a complete overhaul. Ouch.
I never finished Final Fantasy VII, yet there's all the die-hard fans who are like, it's the best one. I just don't see that. I played some of it, probably not enough of it to get why it's so good, but...
I have 7. I haven't played much of it, but from what I've played of it, I've enjoyed.
I mean, I used to watch my cousin play it when he played it on the PlayStation. And I just thought, wow, this looks overly complex and complicated.
And you would be partly right there.
Oh no! One more. Jump the boat! Ah!
Do not crash. Do not crash. Do not... Yes!
Woo!
Okay. I want to see if I can make it without crashing.
And you did.
Oh!
You almost did.
That freaked me out if you couldn't tell.
You sounded like someone punched you in the gut.
Woo! One try.
One try,
Woo!
no miss.
Oh my. That freaked me out. I really thought I just died right there.
What, is the next one the Mario chase?
I think so.
Ooh, I want to chase him.
You want to chase him?
I do. I want to try my clearly failed shotgun blast.
Didn't we remember when we first tried that? It lagged the game so much.
That's right, it did. Alright, never mind. I will not do that because I don't want to, overheat your Wii.
Nah, it's fine.
You know, when I was in 6th grade, which is when the Wii came out, 6th or 7th grade, one of my classmates, who was a big Nintendo fan at the time, a lot of us were Nintendo fanboys at the time, he did his science fair experiment on testing the heat output of his Wii, and I don't know what the results of that experiment were.
Wait, he did what?
He bought a piece of equipment that was literally a wand that... crap.
Oh no!
He bought a piece of equipment that was a wand that you wave near anything, and you hooked it up to a computer, and it would tell you the temperature of the air that you were waving the wand in. Where did it go? Of course it did.
Or not? Nope, I guess not. You know,
there he is.
Well, you did go up in
And so he did a science experiment to see what the temperature of the heat coming out of his Wii was. He played games like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Don't come near me. Get away from me.
That was fun.
And I don't know why he did that, or... Whoa, no, don't fall. But yeah, he recorded the temperature of the air coming out of his Wii.
And you don't remember how high it was?
I don't remember how high it was, I don't remember why he did that, or what his findings on the experiment were.
I mean, it sounds kind of interesting to me, just because it's like, how hot does your Wii run?
Right, I mean, compare that to like a laptop, which can literally cause you to have burns on your leg.
Oh, yeah, that's why they're like, don't put a laptop on your lap.
Defeats the purpose.
Right. But you don't... I mean, part of that, I think, for guys, is it affects them. On top of burning your legs, you know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Forget it. I'll tell you after the episode's over what I mean.
I'm 23, I should know this.
Well, it's because it's not exactly child-friendly.
I didn't think so.
So... Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. But, yeah.
I could probably guess.
Yep. Yep. Probably could. But don't...
No, I would...
Let's not say anything.
Nope.
Anything more.
Mario torpedo dove his way in there.
Anybody watching this will who's old enough will probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's right. We can't do this one yet.
We need a Yoshi.
Yoshi. We need a Yoshi. I hope I didn't butcher that. I feel like my Yoshi's actually not that bad. Yoshi. It could be better, but
I even wonder how a human could make it sound like a Yoshi. Bee-boo!
That's like the original Yoshi sound. I can't even do the original sound that well. I'm talking about like his modern voice. You know, where he actually sounds like he has one.
Where he sounds like he has a mouthful of marbles. For that matter, the evolution of sound in Mario, just in general. Oh, you're getting the secret one.
I happen to think...
No, you're on the right track. There it is. Just hover above it. Oh, you're standing on it. Oh, there you go. And then it goes all the way to the top of the tower. Did you forget? Oh, no. Wait.
That's not the one.
Oh, that's the one that you literally ground pound the top of the tower.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed.
What?
Yeah. You know, I saw that.
I never knew that.
I saw that in the Super Gaming Bros playthrough of this, which they're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
That's crazy.
I didn't realize that.
On Tumblr, there's a blog called Supper Mario Broth.
Supper Mario Broth?
Yeah, and it has a picture of Mario and Luigi drinking soup.
Huh.
Instead of like Super Mario Brothers, it's Supper Mario Broth. And it's a blog that showcases all of the technicalities of Mario games. And I would half Why are you going back there? Oh, you're going to deposit the coins.
Because I realized I had 10.
They showcase all the technicalities and technical stuff behind Mario games that you wouldn't normally see. Like, for example, in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
I almost thought about bringing that.
Oh, it's a fun game. They showcased how when you're in the character selection, you know how Toad is on the screen, right? Like he's just there talking with a speech balloon.
Okay.
Well, using an emulator, they pan the camera out, away from the character selection screen, which is literally just like a JPEG that they have in front of the camera. And they showcased that Toad is actually a really long distance away from the actual image. Like, he's tiny compared to the rest of the image. And it's so weird. It's like, why would they scale him that way? Why did they have the camera so far away from the image that they scale it that way? Or another thing that, like, this blog shows is all the different 8-bit sprites from the 8-bit Easter egg in Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. when you're in the space base.
Mm-hmm.
All the different colors. And, like, they just show cool stuff that you may not normally see just from playing a Mario game. And so I imagine that that ground pound plate up there is something they might showcase. Maybe they did. They also show, like, old magazine and game cover art, or pictures from old advertisements for Mario games. It's really cool, very retro. And then also on Tumblr is awkward Sonic pictures.
I don't even want to know.
No, it's not like fan-drawn stuff, it's like actual pictures of Sonic from games and TV shows. Just out-of-context pictures taken.
Because everybody likes to put things out of context.
You know it. Because sometimes that's when things are funniest. For example, a picture of a person skateboarding, but they're not wearing shoes, they're standing on a plate of spaghetti.
Oh my.
Why?
Why would you stand on a plate of spaghetti?
I don't know, it feels good between your toes.
Before we move on to the next world, there's another secret shine I wanted to grab.
Gonna go in the pipe. We're gonna make Mario do his plumbing job. I can imagine. Here's my fan theory. Mario is an average ordinary plumber who trains intensively at home, also doing acrobatics. Explain that.
Huh?
And then, just because he doesn't like being a plumber, but he is one anyway,
Woo!
just because he needs the money. And then
I'm doing this because I want to see how far I can go. Not very far.
did like Skyfall there for a second.
At the sky.
You're gonna fall in the pit. You're gonna fall in the pit. You made it.
Let the sky fall.
But yeah, like,
007 Skyfall.
Right.
I actually just like flipped into that. That was great.
Pretty much.
I could have died there, but I didn't.
Easy shine. But yeah, I can just imagine Mario in his secluded home in the outskirts of the Mushroom Kingdom, training and being a plumber.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, the ship is here. Gonna go fight Bowser Jr.?
The derp ship.
The derp ship. the Bow Derp.
Bowderp ship.
But yeah, I can imagine that Mario, with his ripped plumber body, going, just being in his home, when Bowser steals the princess, and you know how he changes everyone into blocks in the first game.
Oh, yeah.
So I can just imagine Mario being far enough away from the Mushroom Kingdom that he doesn't get affected by the magic, and he's the only one that can save the princess. And he's like, finally, my training can go to a use.
Alright, well, I'd say we're going to end this episode off here before we jump into the third level. So, and by the way, we did get through all of Ricco Harbor, well, as much as we could.
Didn't I say we would?
Well, we still have that Yoshi one we gotta get.
Oh, well, yeah.
But we have to wait on that one.
We did as much as possible.
Right.
We did every one that we possibly could have done.
Right. So, we even got both secret shines. So.
We did.
Yeah. Alright. So next time, we shall be jumping in here, and we're just gonna let Toad run around for a while.
He'll tire himself out and pass out, maybe.
Yeah. So.
He stopped.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, why did you stop, Toad?
Oh, and there he goes again. He was just taking a break.
So, next time we'll be jumping in here to, is it Gelato Beach?
It is. Jelly Beach.
Yeah, Gelato Beach. So.
Wait a minute. Gelato is the Italian ice cream, isn't it? Or, well, it's ice. It's shaved ice. But it's Italian shaved ice. And it's delicious, by the way.
Oh. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so next time we'll be jumping in here.
Every level is named after food. Or
Is it?
Animals.
Anywho. I will see you guys on the interwebs. Later.
Huzzah!